Alright, hello, welcome to this video on the aftermath of Tropical Storm Henri. So a lot we're going to get into. We're going to show you the radar right now. I'm going to show you a video I found on Twitter of the intensity of Tropical Storm Henri. Very interesting video I found on Twitter, which we're going to play. The current radar and how the storm is still powerful. The storm damage reports. The power outages. And the rainfall. Because I have an Associated Press article that's going to get into some specifics, a lot of impacts from New Jersey all the way to Rhode Island. So let's go to the current radar first. And what I want to show you first, this is still some of the remnants of Henri. And you may be wondering, how is it causing severe thunderstorms in Atlantic City at this time at 7 o'clock the day after the storm? 7 o'clock p.m., might I mind you. This is only a special marine warning last I saw from the Mount Holly Twitter account. But what I want to do is show you something interesting that I tweeted out a little while ago from the Mount Holly account. And what we're going to do right now is I'm going to show you this video. Well, let me make it, can I play it in full screen? I was going to play it in full screen, but I'll play it in full screen. Just to show you how intense the storm was. So as you can see here, this was just one powerful storm. I mean, look how this storm was just churning in the Atlantic, and it was causing a lot of rain, believe it or not, in New Jersey. And particularly a lot of it in central Jersey. So let's dissect the important parts here. Because this was just one powerful storm that caused a chain effect all the way to the mid-Atlantic. So here we go. This was Saturday, early Sunday morning. Then you go into the day on Sunday, and here's all the rain that went into Philadelphia, all the way, believe it or not, into northeast Pennsylvania, this section right here, and into New Jersey. Then you got another band of outer rain that went into New York, right here, into Long Island, into the five boroughs. And then we go later on in the afternoon, and you could see that some bands went into Delmarva. Now, this is the part that gets tricky here. There is, in fact, a tornado warning that was issued miles east of Scranton-Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania last night. And I was saying to myself, there's no way the storm could do that. And then it just circled around. It literally just kept going around and around and around. I mean, I'm going to show you the specific part of the storm where it just decided to circle back. This part right here. I mean, it's amazing what Henri did. And it's still causing, at this hour, some ripple effects in New England. And still has caused severe weather in Atlantic City right now. At this hour. Literally a day after the main impact was supposed to hit Montauk. Which it did. I mean, there wasn't a lot of heavy rain in Long Island and Queens yesterday. But, and even in the other four boroughs of New York City. Now we're going to zoom out and give you a bigger picture from the NWS radar. And what you're going to see right here at this particular time, and I thought I saw some other bands of rain in New England, but apparently that must have faded out or something, unless I can just refresh the radar, which I will do that right now. So let's just see if I can refresh the radar and see if that might fix everything. I guess not. So I guess what we'll do is we'll go to the New England radar, and there we go. So this is the other band of Henri that is currently in parts of New England at this hour still. So now we're going to take a look at Worldview. And why are we going back to Worldview, you may be wondering? Well, I want to take a look at the past 2 days. So let's give you an idea. I want to move this down. Here's Saturday. All right, the eye's trying to form. It's Sunday, we notice right here. And this is going to be an iconic moment for the NOAA Worldview website. I think this image, yet alone, is going to be the most viewed of all time. If not bigger than Hurricane Katrina, maybe. I don't know. Because this is when Henri, as a tropical storm, was making landfall into Rhode Island. Right there. So, here's just today. This is just today. And it's still causing a ripple effect. It's still trying to spin around. It's still trying to clear out. And we're not going to really notice it leave the main northeast area until tomorrow, at least. So what I want to do is I want to go to the power outages and take a look at the situation. Particularly, we're going to start in New Jersey, because New Jersey really was hit hard with the storm yesterday. So let's just take a look at the main numbers. First up with ACE. See, ACE really didn't get hit hard. I will give some props to Jersey Coast Power and Light. They're only down to 610 right now as of 7 o'clock tonight. PSE&G New Jersey is only down to 453, so that's a good job on that end. I'll give a lot of credit to the utilities out there, because New Jersey was hit hard with the flooding. It's Rhode Island that saw a lot of damage too. And currently right now we know that Washington County, right there, as you just saw, half of the island is out. As you can see. 20,000. 2,269 in Kent, then 705 in Providence. So currently National Grid is reporting overall 23,592 outages. So let's just take a look at the top 5 and, just see what's going on here. Yeah, it's probably other severe weather that happened in other parts of the country. I just want to focus on the Northeast particularly. So we're going to move on to Connecticut. And Connecticut statewide is 994. United Illuminated Company only has 2 customers out, and Eversource is down below 1,000. So that's good news on that end. We want to see the outages getting restored. Now, I did check Massachusetts yesterday. Massachusetts has 1,000 customers out. And National Grid is 978 out in the entire state of Massachusetts. You've got 117 for Eversource. And then lastly, let's focus on New York, my state. So we're currently at 3,555 customers. Just want to see Queens for a second. So Queens is doing very well, only 21 outages. Nassau has only 19 outages, which is good news. Suffolk, however, those outages are likely out east on the South Shore, probably in the Hamptons and Montauk for all we know. So Brooklyn is 19. Yeah, I don't really want to go too in-depth, but Westchester, wow, Westchester has 374 customers out. Okay, how's Rockland doing? 55, and Orange is 64. So if you add ORU up, because I know ORU very well. That's my cousins in New City. That's where they get their power from. Only at 557. Con Edison, however, is reporting 1,203 outages. PSE&G Long Island is reporting 226. But remember, that's in Suffolk, a majority of them. For Nassau County, I will say Nassau County really didn't get hit hard. In New York City, other than the rain, New York City really wasn't particularly hit that bad. It could have been a whole lot worse compared to what Superstorm Sandy did. So let's take a look at our special information statement. And I finally figured out how to get to this website. I bookmarked it so I wouldn't lose it again. So let's take a look at the Fairfield County number. I just want to go with the highest numbers. So Danbury got 5 inches of rain. Okay. Then we're going to focus on Bergen County. Oakland got 9 inches of rain. then we're going to move on to XX, and it looks like West Caldwell Township got 6 inches. Because, again, Central Jersey was really hit hard by the storm. Harrison and Hudson County, 8 inches. Passaic County, Ringwood only got 9 inches almost. A lot of rain. Then you got Brooklyn. For the whole borough of Brooklyn, they almost got 10 inches of rain. In the East Tremont section of the Bronx, they got 6 inches. Great Neck got about 6.41 inches. So Great Neck got hit the hardest. And I guess, let's see, how did the South Shore fare up? Yeah, the South Shore fared up pretty well. 3 inches of rain. So it really was the North Shore that really saw a lot of the rain. Officially from Central Park, they got 7.84 inches. Midtown Manhattan got 7.49. And in Lower Manhattan, let's just go with the Battery Park number, 6.31. And then I just want to see Queens here. So Queens, the most amount of rain was recorded in Little Neck with 7.11. Then you got LaGuardia Airport, 4.10. How about JFK? Yeah, JFK got 5 inches of rain. Look at that. Staten Island as a whole got 4.43 inches, but the College of Staten Island got 5.07. Okay, and here's Rockland. I just want to see if New City was listed. Ah, okay, good news. New City only got 2.42. Because as I said, I have family in New City, so that's what I'm concerned about. But Nyack is not a far drive from them. Almost 5 inches. And then look at this. It looks like Nassau, in terms of the North Shore, got the most amount of rain. Because Copiague, that's the middle of the island. That's 5.73. But where is Northport? Where is Port Jefferson? Where's Stony Brook? I can't even recognize any of the North Shore towns on here. Okay, here's Huntington at least. Yeah, Huntington fared pretty well, 2.77. Okay, I was just taking a look at it. So I guess Stony Brook really didn't get hit hard. Unless I'm wrong on that end. Ah, okay, here's the North Shore town, Miller Place. Wow, so the North Shore of Suffolk really fared well. That is very surprising. I would have never had thought of that. Just because I got family in Stony Brook, so... You know. And look at this. This is why Westchester's probably not doing so well with Con Ed today. New Rochelle got 6.30 inches. Tarrytown got 5.2. Hartsdale got 5.05. So, Westchester was a very interesting situation. So, what I did to find this... Well, let me see. I don't really want to focus on Rhode Island too much. Let's see what happens when I Google this. I just want to see if they have Rhode Island. There we go. Okay, text products. This is what I want to see. This is the NWS in Boston. So are they going to have any information or... Okay, no, that's not it. That wouldn't be it. Let's see. Boston product statement. Let's see if they have any information from here we go. Okay. Public information statement. Interesting. So we have a tornado. We have tornado reports in Massachusetts. Okay, this is unexpected. EFO tornado was reported on August 23rd. Wow, look at that. An EFO was reported today in Marlborough, Massachusetts. Wow. Bolton in Worcester County, Massachusetts. And then in Stowe. Wow. Because I wanted to take a look at Rhode Island's numbers. So let's just see if I can continue to go. Yeah, okay, here we go. I just want to see if I can find Connecticut. So Manchester got 5 inches of rain. But that's what I'm not particularly focused on. I'm more focused on Rhode Island. Because again, Rhode Island kind of got hit hard. Okay, so 3.81 inches in Westerly and Washington County, Rhode Island. See, that's what I'm more interested in. But are they going to have any information on the wind? Ah, look at this. Okay. We found something. Peak wind gust was at Point Judith, Rhode Island. 70 mile per hour. So that's almost a Cat 1 right there. That is amazing. I mean, Newport 68, Halfway Rock 68, Block Island Jetty 69, New Shoreham 67 mile per hour wind gust. That is just remarkable. Because again, this was supposed to be a Cat 1. And then you got your peak wind gust. So I want to see again if I can find Rhode Island. Yep, here's Rhode Island. URI got 69 mile per hour wind gust. And we just saw Block Island. 65 mile per hour wind gust. And then Point Judith got a 70 mile per hour wind gust. Halfway Rock got 68 mile per hour wind gust. So think about how amazing this storm was. For something that was originally supposed to be a Cat 1, it caused a lot of damage, and it even caused tornadoes in Massachusetts. Something that I would have never, ever had figured out. Now, I just want to see the highest wind gust. Let's see if something was reported here. Okay, here we go. Highest wind gust was in Great Gull Island, Suffolk County. 69 mile per hour wind gust. That's far out east in Suffolk. Alright, so let's just finish up this video by reading an article from the Associated Press. Cleanup begins as Zaki Northeast as Henri plods back to sea. Just a little bit to the left. Residents across the waterlogged Northeast began clearing mud and tearing out sodden carpets Monday after deluges trapped by Tropical Storm Henri, whose remnants threatened further flooding in New England and even caused 3 tornadoes, like I just showed in this video, in Massachusetts. The smell of sewage filled the air as residents of Rossmore, a retirement community in central New Jersey's Monroe Township, returned to soaked homes and ruined possessions after Henri turned their streets into rivers. So, again, I've been watching the news today. I was watching the news at work. I was watching the news when I got home today. And, you know, it's all been about New Jersey today. I mean, think about what the radar models was saying. And I'll give one meteorologist credit on who I think correctly got this right. And that was none other than WNBC TV chief meteorologist Janice Huff, who had the rare weekend shift on Saturday night. And she was even predicting this. I was checking the channels. I was checking Lonnie Quinn on 2. I was checking Janice on 4. And I was checking Jeff Smith on 7. Jeff Smith was claiming, oh, the worst of the rain's going to be in Montauk. Then, Janice Huff was the first to say on live TV at 4 o'clock, nope, it's going to be in New Jersey. So Janice Huff, my appreciation goes out to you because she correctly got this right. I don't know how talented she is at correctly predicting this, but she got this right, that New Jersey was going to really get the hardest punch. So, there you go. And Governor Phil Murphy was touring through today. I saw Phil Murphy on Channel 7 today. So, again, to think that the highest amount of rain was in Brooklyn overall from the storm. I mean, no other place in the Northeast got the most amount of rain than Brooklyn. Brooklyn did get flooded. But New Jersey really got hit bad. So, that's the reality of this. So, again, I'd have to say that New Jersey really got the worst. So, firefighters in Connecticut said they had helped evacuate 18 homes and made several rescues. So, just think how alarming this is. So, what I want to do is go on nj1015.com. That's what I want to do. And I would hope that they would have an article regarding Central Jersey. Let's see. You'd think they'd have to. I mean, if they don't, that's a big shame on them. Let's see. I want to go on NJ1015's website, because you would think that they would have information. Let's see. Yeah, okay, this is more specific. So, what I want to focus on is a lot of residents in Central Jersey not having flood insurance, which is just, you would think in Central Jersey, because you're more inland, you would be fine. Not necessarily, because in Central Jersey, and I know this very well because I have two friends who live near East Brunswick, they're not really used to this type of flooding. So, this is what I want to particularly focus on. So this is in Monroe Township. Yes, this is Central Jersey. So, here we go. One resident who fled Long Beach Island on Saturday morning, one lady by the name of Sheila McCoo said, "The irony was I was in Long Beach 2 days ago after spending the weekend on the Jersey Shore." And by the way, my ex-girlfriend... I'll be down in a second. So I'm going to wrap this up in a second, folks. I do apologize about that. So my ex was in Manasquan, and she was actually able to get out on Sunday morning, because she has family down there, and I was worried she wasn't going to get out. And you'd think that, okay, maybe Ocean County or maybe Monmouth would get the 1-2 punch. Nope. The 732 got the worst of it. The 908 got the worst of it. I'm talking area codes here. So, when you look at this resident, she says, "I woke up to 3 inches of water in my house, and it just kept rising. And it rose up to her kitchen." So, Monroe Township was looking into a lot of storm damage and a lot of the flooding. So, a lot of the national media should be paying attention to what happened in New Jersey, because everybody was focused on Montauk. Everybody was focused on Rhode Island. Well, turns out a very popular meteorologist in New York City correctly predicted that this was going to happen in New Jersey. So, if I have ever taken J.S. Huff for granted, I sincerely apologize for that. So, these water rescues, according to the Monroe Township Police Department, they claim that this began all the way at 6 o'clock in the morning yesterday. 6 o'clock in the morning. And that's alarming. So, it says here, Russellmore, and the media in New York has actually been focused on this little town of Russellmore. The Census Bureau last year rated as having the lowest community resilience in terms of recovering from a disaster. It has 65% of residents in the tract 3 or more risk factors to make it a challenge to mitigate those impacts. So there you go. I mean, that's kind of alarming. And, I don't want to further blab on about New Jersey, but it just gives you one example of how bad it was. So let's just take a look. As you can see here, Governor Phil Murphy was in Middlesex County today, taking a look at the damage. And I don't see any Philadelphia affiliates down there. So since Middlesex is served by the New York television market, that would make sense why no Philadelphia stations came by. So we're just going to take a look at some pictures on NJ1015.com. And I'm sure NJ1015 got a lot of phone calls today about storm damage. I'm pretty sure they did. Yep. So, let's see here. Yeah, look how bad this is. The flooding caused a couple cars to be damaged. A garage has a lot of water in it. I mean, you could just tell how bad this is. So I don't want to go further more into it, but you get the idea. So what I want to do is give you an idea of... Right, this is the accurate view of doing it. One last look at it. Just to give you an idea. Okay, here we go. Geo East. That's the one I want to look at. Yeah, okay, here we go. That doesn't give me a specific, but let's see if I can pull it up this way. Okay, this is more specific. The, one last look at the radar. There goes Henri. And a lot of us are going to try to forget about it. I mean, a lot of us in New York are, especially in Brooklyn, and a lot of people in Central Jersey are going to try to forget about the storm and just put it down the memory hole. Because a lot of people in Jersey are claiming this is the worst damage since even Hurricane Irene, which was a Cat 1, then became a Tropical Storm. A lot of people are claiming, well, maybe it's not Sandy-like, but think about this. This is a normal nor'easter. This is nothing compared to what Sandy did. So, again, what I would suggest, if you're in Jersey, beg Phil Murphy to declare a state of emergency and beg your governor to get federal help. Because if you're in Middlesex County and you were impacted by the storm, ask for help. And as far as our mayor in New York City, and as far as our new governor, Kathy Hochul in New York, I think Brooklyn needs a lot of federal assistance from this storm because they really got hit hard in Brooklyn. Again, thankfully we were fine in Queens. Thankfully we managed. But Brooklyn, out of all places, got flooded. So Brooklyn's going to need some federal help. That's all I'm saying. So that's my message to you, Governor Hochul. That's my message to you, Mayor de Blasio. We need help from the feds to assist in Brooklyn. Because that's my point of view. And thankfully, it sounds like Biden is going to help us in Brooklyn. Hopefully, Brooklyn can get some help. Because, again, I have friends who are in Brooklyn. And I don't know how bad Mill Basin got. That's what my concern would be. Thankfully, my parents' friends don't. And they're kind of on top of the water. But the rest of the town, I don't know how the marinas did. So that's the next concern I would be wondering. Alright, so I'm done talking here. We're going to wrap this up. So thank you all for watching. And if there's more storms coming, you know who to turn to. That'll wrap it up here. Until the next one, please take care.